Hi guys, welcome to another tip, a fly tying tip. This time I want to show you a little bit about goose biots and a very simple thing to prevent them from breaking when you use a goose biot as a abdomen material. Now I've got 3 goose biots cut on a piece of paper towel, and all you do is, before you tie them, you take them and you just wet the paper towel. Soak the paper towel in water, just like that. Make sure it's nice and wet. Then fold it over, close them, and soak the top with water again. And you can leave them like that for quite a while, and they will slowly soften up a little bit. And you just leave them like that. You can do that like an hour, even more, before you start to tie. Just make sure the paper towel remains wet. That will soften them up. It's much easier to tie them onto the hook and to wrap them around the hook shank to form that abdomen, that segmented abdomen, without breaking. Let's have a look at tying a few of these onto a hook. Okay, so we've soaked the goose biots in a paper towel with water, and they are nice and soft. I normally use a much smaller hook for this. This is a size 8 12003 grip hook, but I'm going to tie 2 goose biots in on this hook. Now when you look at a goose biot, you'll see it's got a concave side and a convex side. This one that I'm holding here has got the concave side to the top. You get a different finish when you tie it in, depending on the side you tie in. Now if you tie it in on top of the hook for an abdomen with a concave side to the top, you will see that you get a nice, you just tie it in like that, grab it with the hackle pliers, just get hold of that there and start to wrap that around the hook. You'll see you get a nice segmented finish. Very nice for small nymphs, especially mayfly nymphs. I'm going to tie that off right there. Right there. Okay, now the next one, and you can see it's easy to tie. They don't break. Quite often when you just cut a goose biot off and you tie it in, you tend to break the tip. You tend to, they tear. They just don't look nice. But as soon as you wet them a little bit, soak them in water a few minutes before you start tying, and they are really nice to work with. So this one I'm going to tie with a concave side to the bottom, so you can see the difference in the finish that you get on the fly. This one will give you a more defined but smoother finish, and you can overlap it, because the area that gives you the finish, that gives you that rib, it's very fine little hair on the one end, and when you tie it in like this, that side is towards the back, towards the bend of the hook. When you tie it the other way around, you tie towards the front of the hook, the eye of the hook, and then you can't really overlap the goose biot. So you can't create a tapered body by using the goose bite itself, by overlapping the goose bite. You have to make those wraps when you tie the concave side to the top. You have to make those wraps next to each other without overlapping in order to get a segmented finish. When you tie the concave side to the bottom, you can overlap it. It tapers a little bit, and you get a nice segmented finish like that. So depending on the finish that you want, you can decide on whether you want to tie it with the concave side to the top or to the bottom. Please follow us for more tips, and follow the channel, and please like the video, and yeah, keep an eye out for more tips and ideas to create more new patterns.